Hello friends, I am Lakshman. You are watching Learn Programming by Lucky Sir YouTube channel. I hope you are enjoying my videos. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest videos. In this video, you will learn the differences between 32-bit and 64-bit operating system. In computing, there exist two type process, that is 32-bit and 64-bit. This processor tells us how much memory a processor can have access from a CPU register. For example, a 32-bit system can access 4 GB of RAM or physical memory. A 64-bit system can access actually 18 billion GB of RAM. In short, any amount of memory greater than 4 GB can be easily handled by it. Most computers made in the 1990s and early 2000s were 32-bit machines. The CPU register stores memory addresses, which is how the processor accesses data from RAM. One bit in the register can reference an individual byte in memory. So, a 32-bit system can address a maximum of 4 GB of RAM. The actual limit is often less, around 3.5 GB, since part of the register is used to store other temporary values besides memory addresses. Most computers released over the past 2 decades were built on 32-bit architecture, hence most operating systems were designed to run on a 32-bit processor. Then what about 64-bit? A 64-bit register can theoretically references up to 184 GB of memory. This is several million times more than an average workstation would need to access. What is important is that a 64-bit computer can access more than 4 GB of RAM. If a computer has 8 GB of RAM, it better have a 64-bit processor. Otherwise, at least 4 GB of the memory will be inaccessible by the CPU. A major difference between 32-bit processor and 64-bit processor is the number of calculations per second they can perform, which affects the speed at which they can complete tasks. 64-bit processors can come in dual-core, quad-core, 6-core, and 8-core versions for home computing. Multiple core allows for an increased number of calculations per second that can be performed, which can increase the processing power and help make a computer run faster. Software programs that require many calculations to function smoothly can operate faster and more efficiently on the multi-core 64-bit process for the most part. Then what are the advantages of a 64-bit over 32-bit? Using 64-bit, one can do a lot in multitasking. User can easily switch between various applications without any Windows hanging problems. Gamers can easily play high graphical games like Modern Warfare, GTA V, or use high-end softwares like Photoshop or CAD, which takes a lot of memory since it makes multitasking with big software easy, efficient for users. However, upgrading the video card instead of getting a 64-bit processor would be more beneficial. So that's all about some of the major differences between 64-bit and 32-bit. So if you like our videos, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest technology videos. So thank you for visit. Have a nice day.